What's going on? It's Dapper Don, and I'm excited to welcome you all back. This week, as you may already know, we're doing something a little different. I have with me three guests, and if you guys wouldn't mind going on and giving us a brief intro to who you are.
I'm Evan Tremaine. I'm a sophomore here at the University of Indianapolis and here for a good time and talk some wrestling.
All right.
Hi, my name is Sydney. I'm a sophomore here at the University of Indianapolis. And I'm also here for this time.
All right. And did you want to introduce yourself, or are you kind of staying on the sidelines? There's a third person here, but
Hi, I'm Flo, and I'm also a sophomore at the University of Indianapolis.
all right. All right. It's nice to meet you all. And now, today, with these guests, we'll be talking all about wrestling. Now, I'm not a big wrestling fan myself, so I'll be moderating the discussion, but I did come prepared with a few debate topics to guide the conversation a bit. And as far as the rules for this discussion go, I only really have a few. One, don't get me fucking canceled. Two, don't insult or demean each other unless it's understood that you're joking. Three, we are in a library, so we do still have to watch our noise level, but also, please don't get me canceled. Everyone agree? Any issues? All right. In order to properly start things off, we'll have everyone state who their favorite wrestler is and why they like them. So we'll start with you, Evan.
I would say, obviously, by the cat. I've been a big John Cena fan since I was like seven. He won
Okay.
a lot, so I wouldn't say a role model, but kind of a role model too. Just the way he presents himself and how he just make a wish and stuff outside of wrestling and stuff for kids who don't have the best situations. And he won a lot, so I say John Cena, my number one.
All right, John Cena fan, and you, my friend.
I think mine is Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
I
And
don't know. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I don't know. It's something about him that I've always liked ever since I was younger.
Okay, got kind of that vibe going on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And now I'm going to ask you all a myriad of questions from the POV of someone who has very little knowledge about wrestling. So it's time for y'all to educate me as well as rip each other new ones. Respectfully, of course. So now, the first topic of debate is the sport real or fake?
I would say sounds for real. I wouldn't say they're actually like trying to pound each other to death like UFC. Like there's a guy last night in UFC, he got pound his nose like shattered like that.
Ooh.
But the stunts are real. Say if you get a flipped off the top rope and you just fall on the floor. I mean, those stunts are real. It's not like it doesn't feel good. If you get hit by a steel chair in the back of the head or neck,
Ooh.
that's
So somebody's really getting thrown through a
yeah.
fucking
It's not
ring.
like you're just like fake punching each other. I mean, you make contact. It's not like you're just
Right.
yeah. It's acting, but at the same time, it's not fake either. I hate when people say it's just fake. It's fake wrestling. It's not fake. It's just
Right.
It's not like they're not really punching each other in the face. Like
And like I had a curiosity about that myself because I don't know, it's like the only experience with wrestling I have is like that Nintendo DS game. You remember that one, SmackDown? I think it was. Um, and people would always be like, "Oh, that's fake. That's TV." But I was like, you can't really fake hitting someone in the head with a metal chair, can you?
it would look bad on TV.
It would look really fucking bad if they were doing that.
It wouldn't look good acting wise.
No. And what do you think?
I agree with you.
Okay.
Like, that's the
I mean, I've heard of them going to the hospital.
exactly.
Yeah,
And like you see it in person too, watch like a live show, like
it's real.
not fake.
And sometimes it's hard to tell if it's storyline injury and fake
Yeah.
injury.
Right.
Like Roman Reigns, like he's gonna be out for a while with a
Yeah.
like it's called a curb stomp. You get pounded in the head
Uh-huh.
from the foot to the ground. It's called kayfabe, like a storyline injury. And he'll be out till
Yeah.
the big event WrestleMania.
So he's actually injured, but it's also part of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like story.
I don't think he's actually like literally hurt, but as a storyline, yes, he's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next question here. Do you think tag team wrestling is better or is singles wrestling better?
I think tag team can like bring more like fun, like I wouldn't say fun, but like more interesting things to it. Like you can do certain moves and certain types of things. But one on one, I just feel like it's kind of like let's say put John Cena versus The Rock 15 years ago. It's just one of those like monumental.
It's
matches.
personal.
Yeah, it's just tag team. I mean, there's some stuff. There's a WrestleMania match 25 years ago, like that TLC match, like Edge, Hardy Boys, and all that Dudley Boys, like some stuff at ladders, and it just because tag team, like you're a tag team, it's just be some fun stuff.
So, kind of like expand on that. How does the tag team work? Is it like? Because I know in singles, one person comes out to an intro, the crowd, and the other one does the same thing. But how does tag team kind of work? Are there like known tag teams that come out and have their own intro?
Yeah, I mean,
like the Usos. The Usos were a tag team.
Oh, okay.
So like, say me and Pierre are a tag team, and you guys are a tag team.
Right.
It's 2 and 2. So we're both gonna come out at the same time.
Ah, okay.
Well, sometimes there's storylines.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they don't like each other, just force together.
There's beef, right?
But like tag team, like one guy's in the ring against another guy that's outside the ring, and you have to like tag yourself in. Like,
right.
Like okay. Getting beat down. It's
good.
Right, and I've seen some matches, but like it seems like overall it's like a very intense.
It's good when I have stipulations too.
Right.
rule.
Okay.
It's called a tornado tag. You can both be in a ring against each other, but one guy can only get pinned for a 3 count.
Okay.
Stipulations, and
There are a whole bunch of rules. Yeah. Right. So what gravitated y'all to liking wrestling? That's a curiosity of mine.
My dad liked it back in the 80s when he was growing up. Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, all that. And I just, when I was like 8 or 9, just kind of picked up. I liked Cena. He was when I was in his prime. I liked Triple H, Undertaker, all. I just kind of, my dad kind of.
He brought you to that. What about you?
Well, my brother actually was watching it when he was younger.
Oh,
okay. I just started watching it. I was watching the Divas. And then, and I don't know, I just fell in love ever since then.
Okay. And I mean, it's a very intense sport. It's very easy to get pulled into. Which, speaking of, what is the best era of wrestling?
I think the most, I don't know if it's answered, but the most defining, I think, was called the Attitude Era. Or, like, one when they're in a competition. There's the WCW brand, there's the WWE brand.
Okay.
WWF, that's what it's called at the time. And then they were going head to head on ratings, Monday Night Nitro and then Monday Night Raw for the shows. And they was going war. And then
personalities.
WWE ended up winning the ratings battle, and WCW went out of business, and WWE just.
Wow. So it's like
I mean, there's a lot of different. There's called the Golden Era, Attitude Era, PG era, like the Cena era. And then, I don't know what this era is, the modern era. But
I don't know. Yeah.
There's a lot of important stuff in each era.
Yeah, I mean, Attitude Era is when you saw those big personalities coming out. You know, it's like when they made their. Yes. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the Montreal Screwjob. Are you familiar with that?
No.
Well, then we'll.
Yeah, I think I'll explain it.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead.
Late 90s, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Okay, they had a match where Bret Hart had the championship, and he was going to go to that WCW, and he didn't want to lose to Shawn Michaels because Shawn Michaels was kind of a dick. He was a good wrestler, great wrestler, but he had no respect for each other. And Shawn and Bret thought it was going one way. Shawn and Triple H and Vince McMahon thought it was going another way. They're like, we can't let him take the championship to the other promotion. So they just took it off. They had to basically, that's what a screw job. They just said he tapped out to a submission hold that he didn't tap out. They got the title out, went out, and Bret Hart he actually behind the scenes, he actually knocked Vince McMahon out behind. I mean, he did get screwed, but he had to look at that side like you can't understand the business side. Like you don't want them taking a WWE title to another promotion on TV, but
right. So you think Bret more so screwed Bret on that one rather than Vince screwing him?
Yeah, I think Vince did the right thing. I mean, it's a terrible thing in my opinion, but Shawn was also not the biggest guy either. Shawn said that there was a documentary on it, but Shawn said he wouldn't lose to Bret. So he's like, screw you then, I ain't losing to you.
Right.
I think they made the right business decision. That's probably the best way they could have did it.
Right. And now, who's the greatest wrestler of all time to y'all?
Question.
I can of all time. I can name Mount Rushmore.
Hard question.
Like, there's so many like that.
Yeah, I would name a
You can
few.
go Cena,
I
Roman
said
Reigns, Stone Cold, Steve
Triple H,
Austin,
Right.
Triple H,
I mean, top three.
Undertaker.
Top three. What
Top
about
three. Yeah, Taker.
Undertaker.
Ooh. I think Triple H is up there.
Triple H is top 5.
Top 5.
Top 3. I mean, you can have it. I mean, it's hard to like. There's so many of them. It's not like football or basketball players are like.
okay?
I would say Undertaker is one of. He was just like one of those. He was around like 40 years.
Right.
30, 40.
A staple.
Very loyal.
He was like the cornerstone.
Right. Staple. Okay.
I would say, I think where the wrestling was, I know I'm biased, but Cena, like for 15 years, was like the only like main guy that was bringing in money. I would say
the mascot.
At the time, he called Fruity Pebbles. The Rock called him because he had so many great.
The Rock.
The Rock.
He's up there.
Stone
Steve
Cold.
Austin, yeah.
And you can go anybody.
Right.
It's tough to say.
I mean, even though The Rock's kind of back part time, do you still think he's holding that title?
Yeah.
I would say he brings in money.
He brings in the money.
People hate when he like comes up and like takes somebody's spot, but he's doing his job. Bad guy on TV.
Yeah.
He's bringing in money.
So. Yeah. Wrestling.
And people hate when they bring back part timers, and I get it, but they bring money, so they're gonna do what they have to do.
That's why they're part time, because they're bringing in money. Okay, so I'm moving past, because the question was, is John Cena still good for wrestling? But I think we kind of already covered that. But what do y'all think of Hulk Hogan? Because I heard he was a bit of a prick in real life.
I know. I'm not saying he's the nicest guy outside. I know he had some comments back like 30 years ago that I get where everything comes from on that. But I think it from him in the 80s, if it wasn't for him, I don't think it would have started.
Right. No. Hulk Hogan.
I'm not saying he was the best performer. No, I think it's just his promotions, like his promos and stuff, is what they would be like turned into.
Right.
It went into like, if it wasn't for him that started all that in the late 80s, I don't think it would have been.
Well, I think there's something to be said about kind of separating.
And I understand. I understand why people don't like him. I get it. He just comes off. He didn't want to take a fall.
Right. And I had this question more along the lines to kind of establish the point that, like, there are a lot of great people who did great things for an industry that people still participate in who have made horrible comments. I mean, for God's sakes, I mean, the Duck Dynasty guys got in trouble, and they're like the masters of like duck call. They innovated hunting, they innovated all that, but they have made some horrible comments.
Yeah, look at what's his name, Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon is a perfect example. Yeah.
His character on TV is basically what he is.
Yeah, it's like he's like a wrestling heel on TV, but in general, he's not a great person.
I mean, billionaire with power.
But I mean, yeah, it's typical billionaire with power. But it's an industry that people still actively participate in. So how much can we really judge these people without also having to turn some of that on ourselves? You know, just thought that was
You just don't see.
You don't see every side.
You can see, I would say, Triple H. You don't know what he's like running that behind the scenes.
No, you don't know.
I'm not saying it's that first time.
I mean, you've never seen Triple H at no coffee shop. You haven't had that kind of conversation. Right.
I mean, they really don't post anything about it.
Right. No. It's all that front running, that kind of, yeah. What do y'all think of women's wrestling? Do you think it's actually making the industry some decent money?
I think it's evolved a long way compared to what it was. They have more talent. I'm more interested in it more than I was 10 years ago, I'd say.
Right.
I liked it back in the day, like 2013, like the Bellas and Paige, AJ,
right.
Lee. Like, I like the women's that. Like now, it's like I don't know. It's just I don't really know anyone. Like at the Royal Rumble, I really knew any of the like women there. I knew Charlotte, Nikki.
I didn't really know the Rumble as much as I guess
I know the men's more than the women's.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the only ones I really know top to bottom, if I'd say, is that Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Natalia,
I guess.
Charlotte,
right,
and Nick.
And Alexa Bliss too.
I like Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, that was a good return.
Right. Do we think that there's more of an emphasis now on just it's less of an emphasis on the particular wrestlers and more of an emphasis on the fact that, look, we have women wrestling. Is that why it's
they're promoting wrestling women a lot more than they did 10 years ago.
Right.
There's more like matches.
Okay.
More titles. They're just trying to promote more.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's bad, but it's
just a lot.
Like they made a WrestleMania. It used to be one day or one night show. It would be like 6 hours. They make 20. That was a missing match. 20 matches.
Yeah. No.
The audience would get burned out. I'm at home. I'm like, it's just gonna be over.
I mean, you get why they're doing it, but
it's their biggest show. Like one wrestling afterwards, like 6 hours. I mean, the audience there was probably just, they're cool. They're probably like, but deep down, they're probably burnt out.
Right.
But there's some matches that are a banger, and then after it's just like wore out. I get it.
So what do we think of Vince McMahon? Do we think his track record, do we think somebody like him should still be the face of the game? Not like it's going to change anything. I was just curious on what we're all thinking.
I don't know what he's doing.
I don't think he's a face.
I don't think he's not running anymore.
He's not around like that?
He sold it.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Well,
to someone.
They had partnership somewhere. Nick Khan, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's not. I don't know if he's. There's a producer that he was worked with for 40 years. That's still Bruce Pritchard, maybe.
Okay. So
I don't know if he still has an ear in him or.
Okay. So it's more changed.
I really haven't heard anything about man with his allegations and stuff. He's like 80s. I don't know.
It really doesn't matter at this point.
He would have never retired.
All right.
I probably wouldn't have. Honestly, I probably would have been as interested now if he was still running. I don't think because I think he would just he pushed part timers bad.
Yeah.
He did.
I get you put. Roman Reigns had 5 years. I get it. He's money grabber.
Right.
But Bill Goldberg, I didn't mind Brock Lesnar. Really.
Yeah, like Sasha Banks too.
Right.
I didn't mind Brock Lesnar really. I thought he was good, bad guy. But him being champ, he shows up every 2 months. What's that do?
I like Brock Lesnar, but he didn't have to be Taker at WrestleMania. They should have just let that alone.
Leave it alone, or for example, they could have let Roman Reigns beat it 5 years before that. Not I agree. I don't think they shouldn't have beat it. It's one of those things you just don't mess with.
Yeah.
Right.
And if anybody, you don't let a dude that's already an elevated superstar. What's that going to gain from?
Right, because Brock Lesnar, and that kind of segues right into my next question about that whole thing. What do you think of the Undertaker's defeat at WrestleMania 30 to Brock Lesnar? And it just kind of seems like here the Undertaker is just this iconic figure, right? It's just unbeatable, unbreakable,
I was 2014, 10 at the time.
It's just this rising star.
It was legit. I know it's
Crown.
Crown.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody, it might have it's scripted, but it's
everyone was.
It was intense.
Yeah, but they should just let that alone. He didn't have to.
When the 1, 2, 3, three, everybody was just
everyone was wow. Everyone was speechless.
Right. Okay.
Brock, I think it wasn't the right choice to use him, but if it was a guy, nobody thought it would happen. Brock might win, but nobody thought he'd have to jerk him away. This dude's losing.
Yeah, if they wanted to do that, they could have put anyone else besides Brock.
They could have put an elevated star. If you just telling
because Brock was kind of a rising star.
And then he went on and wrestled 5 more matches.
Okay.
He lost 1.
All right.
No, I think.
You think? Yeah.
Definitely.
You think somebody else should have maybe?
No, I think
left it alone.
They should
left it alone. Or if they did, it should have been a guy on his way up.
Okay.
Oh my God. Not Brock.
Right. Okay.
Had title for a while too.
Brock. Yeah, Brock.
Brock.
He brought him money.
Yeah,
he did, and he was
a UFC champion. He tried the NFL and the NFL roster.
Oh,
he did a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure that there was some element of we got to get this old guy out of here, but it's
he was. They pushed him into a star in the early 2000s. He left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're on the road 300 days a year, you're like, get worn out. He's
Right.
I don't know how they did that schedule back.
Okay. What is the most iconic wrestling move?
RKO. I love
I don't know. That movie, I thought
it's amazing, and like he just does it like the way he says it. Like sometimes
So,
it's just like
out of
random,
nowhere.
like out of nowhere.
Who does it?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Randy Keith Orton.
Randy Keith
RKO.
Orton.
That's what
And how does it work? What is the move?
basically like
It's like walking. He's like that.
she's on my back shoulder.
Yeah.
And
I'm like
I grab her like neck
like
and it's
that.
just like you like
Yeah. It's
Oh, okay. I think that move has been used in a lot of.
like here's my arm
Mhm.
around his head.
yeah.
Oh,
He's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
He came up with like John Cena. Dave Bautista.
You know, RKO is used in a lot of fighting games. That's it's a huge move.
Even if you're not a wrestling fan, some people are like, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Like a cool move.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the art.
What do you
was the
think?
question again?
What is the most iconic wrestling move?
I like the Undertaker's tombstone too.
Now, what does he do when he does
He's an
that?
iconic entrance too.
Yeah, he's just iconic.
Just iconic.
He picks the dude upside down and
Mhm.
like holds him like this, and he like falls on his knees, and dude's head just goes.
And his eyes go to the back of his head. Well, he is kind of fat, but it's still cool.
Damn.
Yeah.
This dude was scary.
If you were a kid, you probably he had Ted had a brother named
Mhm.
Kane.
Yeah, and Paul Bear back in
Oh
the
my
day
God.
too. It was crazy.
And it would just be like you're sitting there like, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna fucking do it.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
And which wrestler has the best entrance music? And now,
Okay,
yeah,
the Shield.
The Shield?
Love the Shield entrance. You know the Shield? Did you like the Shield?
I was there when they broke up.
You were?
It was always in Indianapolis.
I
Like,
would've
everything for this like Shield.
mm-hmm.
Like they started it. I was there when they got that Survivor Series like 15 years ago. I
Right.
don't know, 12, whatever.
I like.
A long time ago. It's crazy how time gone. They started together in Indianapolis. They
Mhm.
broke up. They came back in Indianapolis. It's kind of weird. Like, I like the. God. There's a lot of good matches.
I like the Hardy Boys too.
The Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Was
Randy Orton has good.
Randy Orton?
I like Triple H.
Yeah. So with these songs, like
Or intros.
Just like
their songs are like their intros, like
yeah, the entrance music, kind of like when they're walking on for a match and stuff.
I like CM Punk has a good theme song.
CM Punk.
It's Colt's personality. Never heard that song.
Yeah.
He's a cult.
Colt's personality.
It's like it's one of those things I might have to hear in order to verify.
Edge. I like Edge. Randy Orton has a good theme song. John Cena.
There's
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
As fans, there's a lot of themes you like.
AJ Styles.
Like some people like the entrances and theme songs more than the matches.
Yeah, I mean, because they just set the mood. I mean,
Cody Rhodes has a good theme song.
Right. A similar effect is seen in anime fans when that main character hits and their theme is going.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever watched Bleach, but there's a crazy moment where Ichigo's theme is cut off by Aizen's theme, and it's surreal. But moving on. What are some of the most memorable moments in wrestling history to y'all?
Oh, there's one that really sticks to me. So I think it was WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
It was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for
Yes.
WWE World Heavyweight Championship, right?
Yes.
I think Roman won. I don't remember which one won. Was it Roman or Brock? I think Roman won.
Is it the one with Seth Rollins?
Yes, I think Roman won.
I think Seth Rollins he cashed in.
No, but like it was. Yeah, it was
Rollins would have won.
Roman and Brock. Roman won. And then Seth cashed. He had that money. He had the money in the bank for a long time.
Yes.
He had that contract for a while, and he cashed in at WrestleMania.
Yeah, Money in Bank's like
that was cool.
It's a ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
If you win it, you can cash in this thing whenever you want.
Huge check.
Like, let's say they beat up each other the whole match, and then you can cash in and say it's a triple threat. Like now these guys are beat up. Here comes a healthy guy coming in. He just hits one move, it's over.
And I didn't even like Seth Rollins at that time, but when he did that, I don't know.
I'm a good Seth Rollins fan. I mean,
I
think He's cool.
He has a good theme song too. A good entry.
He's changed his name like 6 times. He's had like 6 different characters.
Okay.
But greatest moment.
Okay.
A lot in my head. I have a Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and Batista. That was a good one too.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's like an underdog guy.
One.
I think people knew deep down he was probably going to win that match.
Right.
So he had the rest of the day, like, it was WrestleMania 2030 maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He had to beat Triple H, top guy, bad guy, to get to this match. Triple threat at the main event to win it. He won it.
I like when Dean Ambrose. I like when he won Money in the Bank and he beat Seth. I like that one too.
Okay.
I like an era match with Triple H versus The Undertaker too. At WrestleMania, it's like a Hell in a Cell match. Like it's like a cage, like how you describe it. It's like tall,
it's like
steel, like fence around.
Yeah, you gotta climb it.
It's called End of an Era. They're like both getting point.
Right. It was like an all-out feud.
Yeah, like it was like the one last time. Basically.
Right. Right. Okay.
There's so many. It's just tough to say.
Right.
To think like a monumental one, but yeah.
I mean, I know that I've got some on here like The Rock versus the Stone Cold feud, CM Punk versus John Cena.
Oh, I like that one.
Which one?
The CM Punk and the John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
I like the Nexus one too. The Nexus feud and John Cena.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
I think the Nexus one.
You think that?
I mean, to elevate them as stars. I think I don't know why there's a match. I want Cena to win.
So,
obviously, but I think if the Nexus would have beaten John Cena and like there was like a 6-man tag team, like Cena, Edge, Chris Jericho.
So it really is just like this decades-long storyline, and when you're thinking of it less in terms of technical aspect and more in terms of what advances the story that's going on.
I think their next one
right.
More a chance, I would say, but then it just kind of blew off their steam and just like, all right, these guys aren't going anywhere.
Okay. And yeah,
if you beat John Cena, they're gonna, I respect you more.
Right. So, and I guess that leads into a kind of a sub question, if you will. Where does one start when trying to get into wrestling? Like, where should one start? Should you go back and look at some of the old stuff, or should you just start watching it and hope that you witness something historical in the next like 10 years?
There's 2 shows weekly. I would say just give it a try and see if you like it. I mean, I get back then it was probably more entertaining than what it was now. I'm pretty positive it is. I mean, there's my more, that's my opinion, but I would just that, or they're on Peacock or that app. You can see like the previous feuds or matches, or there's documentaries you can watch about certain wrestlers or certain. I mean, just it depends how you want it. Or you can just talk. They talk about it too. It's like, like if you don't, for example, if you don't have much, I'm sure we're helping you a lot.
Yes, you are giving me a lot of different types of knowledge. Last minute research does a hell of a job of making you look like you know something when you don't. But
watching it, I mean,
I say watch like I wouldn't start now.
Right. It depends how you look at it.
Just kind of look at some of those iconic moments.
If you look at the most popular stuff,
that's cool.
Like I used to watch YouTube videos of just like Stone Cold and The Rock. They had a few 4 years, like because the WWE was so stacked in the late '90s. Like they would be on a different feud, but then this other guy would show up. I've done pick you too.
Right.
It's like
just the trash talking.
There was Undertaker. There was 6-man Hell and stuff like that. There's like The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, somebody nice. Rikishi's a big guy, and his kid's actually a guy who just won the Royal Rumble.
Jimmy and Jay.
Okay.
He was a big guy.
So it's just kind of seeing those iconic moments. If you find something cool, diving deeper into it, and then eventually you just kind of you end up in that position where, for whatever reason, you're talking about that? I know that.
Yeah. I agree. I think
it's like learning. It's kind of like just catching up on a story, essentially. Yeah, without reading every page.
Yeah.
Like the John Cena CM Punk feud, like 2010 or 11. That was like a 4-month feud. And CM Punk actually won that feud. CM Punk was just a guy, like, an anti-hero. Like, he was a good guy, but, like,
He did whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
He was like pop.
And John Cena was like the protagonist for a while. Right. Right. So CM Punk was kind of like the anti-hero rival, and
like it wasn't like he was a bad guy against John Cena.
Right.
I guess you could say he was, but people wanted him to win matches.
Right. And was Undertaker a bad guy, or was he more of a main character for a while?
I wouldn't say he had some bad run, like bad. It's called a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Bad guy.
Yeah, wrestling heel.
A baby face is a good guy.
Heel's a bad guy.
He was more of a baby face. He had some runs to the heel, but he was. I wouldn't say anti-heel or an anti-baby.
Are we talking like a?
His image that made people think
I think
right.
he just seemed like a bad.
Yeah.
We were talking like a Batman type of thing.
He were all black, like the way he was.
But he was never like a bad guy. He
right.
Never,
okay.
I think in my opinion, the best bad guy was Triple H.
Triple H was the best bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Like he was
bad guy.
He was like cool. Like,
yeah.
Right.
Like you wanted him to show.
Everybody.
But he was bad. Like Randy Orton was good.
Okay.
And I'm saying like he's probably the best bad.
Right.
Best baby.
And so like The Rock is like he had some runs of the heel, but he too is also a babyface.
Yeah. I mean, recently he's been bad because nobody wants him to win.
No.
Where he's at.
Well, that's because his fuck ups in Hollywood.
Back in the 90s, he was like entertainer,
right.
Like Stone Cold's an anti-babyface.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was like kind of CM Punk, I'd say.
Yeah,
he did what he wanted, but the fans loved him. He did drink beer all the time.
Where would we say Randy Savage is at? Bad guy?
He had some, I actually watched a documentary a couple days ago. He was a pretty much bad guy. He would go against Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was the ultimate good guy at the time.
Okay.
So
he was like
Hulk Hogan actually did turn bad guy at one point in a different promotion.
Right. But he was like Hulk Hogan.
He had a lady named Miss Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Sorry about that, folks. We had a little bit of an interruption in the recording studio. The recorder just kind of cut off, but we are still continuing here with our discussion. So yeah, when we last left off, what were we discussing again? Just kind of who was the good guys, who's the bad guys. Yeah. So so it seems like. Yeah, it really seems like something worth getting into, and I'm definitely going to check that out. But with that in mind, what do you say we each test each other's knowledge? This is we'll play some Kahoot on our phones and see who's got the mostest, who's the host with the most. So pull out your Kahoot on your phones, and I'll go ahead and read. You can just go to Kahoot.it. One second, I'm going to log in here. Yep, and I'm going to get that code right now for you.
Did you go to the Royal Rumble or did you watch it?
I went.
Oh, you went to it. Okay. You both went.
Okay, but I think that was the first Rumble in a long time. I didn't know.
I'm so happy.
Mm-hmm.
When he got thrown out, I was like, he's a good guy.
Because why did you want to Seth and Roman?
Oh, that's some bull. Wait, when did the Pauls start? I thought they were just boxing. They're like viruses. They're everywhere. 358-4302 is the pin for the Kahoot game. 4302. Yeah. And it should have you come through with your name and everything. Yep, Sydney and Pete. All right. I'm going to start the game. Wait, what? That's not Evan? You're not in there? Oh, shoot. Hold on. I don't know. We're going to have to start. We're going to have to start over because I thought P was Evan. I don't know why I thought P was Evan, but we're just going to Okay. 1514734. 1514734. Sorry.
1514734.
1514734. That's a different game, but it's the same questions. 1514734. 86753. All right. Are we in? Are you participating, Paris? All right. It's a wrestling one. If you know, you can hop in, you know. All right. About 40.
40.
Yeah, I mean, we got time. Don't worry. Question 1. How old is John Cena?
Wait, how do you do this?
Question 1. How old is John Cena?
Dapper, right?
He is 40 in this picture. Yeah, in that picture, he's 40 years old, but he's older than 40 now, right? Evan is ahead with yes, 696 points. In that picture, he's 40 years old. Yeah, every time a question comes out. Yeah, I forgot how Kahoot works for a second.
How tall is Alexa Bliss, bro?
I'm gonna put green. 5'1". Wow, I don't know why I thought she would be taller. Interesting indeed. I don't know. I always think wrestlers are taller than they are. I mean, right. Okay. All right. Evan gets another couple of points. He's now 16-28. Come on, Sydney. Come on. Pull ahead, Sydney.
I heard of fans, those are kind of polite.
Yeah, like why does
Those are very. These are very specific questions. Okay, who is the longest reigning WWE champion of all time? That better not be the case. I swear to God, I picked up this Kahoot for you. Who was it? Bruno.
Okay.
Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah, I knew it was him.
Okay.
That was when WWE had like 2 good people.
There were 2 good people, and then the rest were just like. Both of us got 0 points. Yeah, let's get some war. Let's do some war.
What is this?
This is a worse Kahoot than I thought. I went for what I thought had the most. Who won the 2011 Royal Rumble? Alberto Del Rio. These are like super specific.
Yeah. Very specific.
And I didn't realize that people didn't know the specifics like that. Is this Brie or Nikki?
Yeah, they look the same. They look the same. That was hard.
So what, are they sisters?
They're twins.
Oh, damn.
They're twins.
They were called the Bella.
Oh, great.
So
They look the same.
they did the same.
How were you able to tell which one was?
They look the same.
You just guessed.
They really look the same.
True or false? Stone Cold has won the most Royal Rumbles ever with 3 wins. We say true. Well, one said false, but true is the answer. He has 3 wins.
Damn. He has 0, man.
Don't worry. You will pull ahead.
Got 40.
You will pull ahead. Still anybody's game. Who is this? This is.
She should be good.
Don't play.
Yeah. Come on now. Come on. Sting.
He was a guy in WWE.
He's a good entrance.
WCW.
It looks like he belongs in the Insane Clown Posse. Is that?
He was basically the Undertaker of WCW.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, so we're.
When he appeared when Authority came out of power.
Oh.
Survivor Series.
Who is this? It's another.
Like these.
Who is it? What the hell is he wearing? Cody Rhodes.
What?
I thought you said the wrong way.
Oh, it's the wrong spelling.
I'm going to throw up.
Well,
The wrong.
projectile vomiting is more video friendly, not podcast friendly.
Who this?
Who
I'm
this?
gonna walk out.
New phone. Who this?
I'm going to walk out.
Who is this?
Don't know.
Rick Rude.
Rick Rude.
I didn't realize Kahoot got this intense. I was just.
Well, we had 0 for the past so many questions.
How old?
10.
What is his old?
And how old is the wrestler picked for the year?
She's kind of
41.
She's probably 45 now.
What you put?
41. Yeah, I was thinking John Cena's 40 in that thing. He's like 47 now, so I was thinking.
Wow. Are all these people in there? Well, I guess they would
She's
be.
Triple H's wife.
Ah, okay.
He married himself. He married.
Who won the 2008 Money in the Bank ladder match? CM Punk. And you said Jeff Hardy. It's okay because I don't know any of this shit. I
don't know.
You just guessed.
I knew it was.
Evan has the highest answer streak of 8 right now.
Come on, Evan. Break that streak.
Am I supposed?
What year was the WWE founded?
WWE or
WWE, yeah. 1979. Now both of you did break. Both of you got it wrong. Evan, your answer streak has been broken, unfortunately. Oh no. But that's okay. Who is the oldest wrestler on the current roster?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but who's the oldest? Who's the triple?
Really? I thought who was
Kane?
Kane, really?
Kane?
They're all like 50.
And you both got that wrong again, so no points.
He told us too.
No points. Who this?
Let's see who this is.
Sorry, make sure my recording is still running.
I get the day.
Batista.
Ooh, I can't believe
that's Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. He doesn't like that role. He thinks that role.
He does? I thought he loved it. Because the Groot and the...
That's the most popular role, and he hated it.
Oh, really?
But he did. That was a good movie.
But I thought he loved it because of the Groot and all that stuff going on there.
It was funny.
Ooh. How tall is Braun Strowman? 6'8".
Oh,
that's a pretty tall boy.
Oh my goodness, I thought Royal Rumble, he was huge. I saw him.
This is a lot of questions for a Kahoot, and I didn't anticipate it being a lot of no points either way. This is a lot of questions for a Kahoot now that I think about it. How tall?
Any questions? How
tall is Charlotte Flair? What do you say at 20 instead of 40 we call it? Because I don't know if I have the patience to get through 40 questions on Kahoot. Okay. We're going to call it at 20 questions because I don't have the...
Bro, okay, you ate that one.
How much does Nia Jax weigh? And these are so specific. What the fuck? Wait, who got the goal? I
don't know.
How?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm tapping.
What do you say we one more? What do you? Okay, one more question. One more question, and then we're gonna call the game.
What song is this? Is it gonna play?
It's all about the game and how you play. Oh. It's all about the game. All right. I'm calling the game here because I don't have patience to get through 40 fucking questions of this.
Okay.
Oh wait, 20. You want to go all the way to 20? I thought you said you tapped out.
She's back.
You could have waited to high.
I think she waited like 360.
All right, gang. Are we doing one more? No. She's like, no.
We can. Hold on.
Let's see what the question is, and then if whose theme song is this, and then it's going to show the lyrics. A man's measured by the way that he thinks. Not clothing lines.
I think it's
items.
tighter from here.
John Cena was the answer. And
Really?
I don't know what the
all right, no points, but I am declaring a winner here. Evan is the winner for this game, and I am running out of patience, so we are going to. No, we're going to get out of this thing, and then we're going to exit, and we're going to move on. Make sure everything's recording smoothly. Okay. Well, and now, firstly, I'd like to thank you for joining us today. I appreciate your passion and willingness to engage with each other and the content. Less of a debate than I thought it was going to be, so I appreciate that. Appreciate y'all kind of coming together and kind of interacting in that way. You're all more than welcome to join me for other topics as well, so don't be shy about staying in touch. And as for you, those of you listening, if you like today's episode and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Then head on over to Instagram at DapperDon1012 and drop a follow. Add me on Facebook at DapperDon and click the links in my bios to follow me elsewhere as well. And now y'all get to plug y'all social media. Go ahead.
You can what? Just
plug your social media. Yeah.
You can add me at. Hold on. Got my Instagram name.
You can add me at Instagram at Evan Tremaine, EVAN Tremaine, TREMAIN, and 40.
Okay.
You can add me at my Instagram, Sydney Hearn 11.
Okay, good. And
I don't think it's spelled now.
And be sure to you say what?
I'll make sure they know how to spell my name.
And be sure to tune in here next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. for an all new What's Going On with Dapper Don. You don't want to miss what I have in store. Peace. We're gonna try that again. We're gonna do it all at once. Peace.
Peace.
There we go.